Hi, I'm parked at the Wainwrights Visitors Centre. There's a couple of hours of daylight and I'm going to try and complete the rest of Route 24, which I did a few weeks ago. Now if you remember, I omitted Wainwrights because I was running out of daylight. Well, ironically, I've got here this afternoon and I think I'm running out of daylight, but I've probably just got enough time to get up and down. So heading to Wainwrights, short one. So there's a forest track, if you like, cutting up through the forest. Forest climbs very steeply, as you can see. I'm zigzagging up this forest track, gaining height very quickly. I have to say, these big forest tracks, fire breaks if you like, make navigation quite easy so far. We keep crossing no entry signs which look like they're mountain bike paths. So we've got to the edge of the forest and there's a nice gate here just letting us out the forest. I'm going to skirt up the side towards the ridge line and then follow the ridge line across to the top. So we're following the ridge line and you can see Wainwrights top there. Now beyond that, I believe, is Brown How. So I'm going to go to both because I'm not quite sure which one at this minute is the true top. So I think Brown How is ever so slightly lower, but I believe that is actually Wainwrights. So this is Wainwrights top. Now I'm going to head on to Brown How because, as I said earlier, I believe Brown How is actually the official top, even though it's slightly lower. As you can see, I've walked up into a cloud. Wainwrights Pass is down there below in the valley. Anyway, we're off over here to Brown How next. Then we'll retrace our steps back to the car. Hopefully do it all in daylight. So here we are, Brown How, or Wainwrights. I have to say, it's been a very, very well walked path. This is more top. Very boggy in places, but a good track. So let's retrace our steps and hopefully get back to the car before dark. So here we are, heading back to the path that skirts the wood. I seem to remember it was quite steep climb up, so it's going to be a steep descent. Then we're back into the woodland following the big forest track all the way back down to the car park. I'm going to get it in plenty of daylight left, so there was no need to panic earlier on. Good morning. Today I'm walking route number 22 on my Wainwright challenge. It's a short walk around Loughrigg. I'm parked at the car park on the main road at the end of Grasmere. About a 3 mile round, shouldn't take too long. So we set off from the car park through the woods, follow the river, nice big path. I suspect it's going to be like this all day. So we'll head the other side of the river. Choose left or right, whether we want to go clockwise or anti-clockwise. There we go, we're on the track, which is not shown on the map actually, but it's definitely heading up, so we're taking this one, heading up there. As I suspected, it's a very busy track, lots of people on it, people practicing making cairns here. Great views. So obviously we've got a popular spot to stop at, a disused quarry. The gradient's levelled off now and you can see the tops over there ahead. A bit boggy up here, a bit squelchy. Just got a quick view of Windermere there. We've just up the steep section. The top's just round the corner over there, it's not far now. Then we'll do a look round. So there's the top, a nice trig point. Very nice walk. So here we are at the top of Loughrigg. My mate Colin, Stanley, Mia, lovely morning's walk. So I'm looking back at the top. There's a myriad of paths coming off of it, so you need to make sure you get the right one. We're coming down this way, round, and we'll drop down to the car park quite steeply, I think. So there's a view of Grasmere. Wow. And, like I said, the path descends very steeply down to the bottom. That's the car park. What a great view. Good afternoon. So, welcome to Route 19B. I'm leaving the Red Bank car park in Grasmere, and we're going to revisit the pretty much the same Route 19, but the Wainwright I missed, which was Tarn Crag. So we're nipping up Tarn Crag this afternoon, Route 19B. So we're following the path out of Grasmere. I think that's Helm Crag, you can see in the background. Away we go. So there's a finger post pointing out to Eastdale Tarn, which we're going to take, cross the bridge, head up the valley. So there we go, that's the valley we're heading up over there. Nice picture of a waterfall, beautiful. Might get a better one when we get a bit closer. That's a better view of the waterfall. We won't be going alongside it. There's a path there, but unfortunately we're heading over that way up that valley. So it's probably as good a sight as you're going to get. Quite an impressive waterfall, really. Wow. We're going to cross this bridge and we're going to hug the wall, the path along the side of it. So then, the path is a bit boggy. Just follow this wall, as I said, and it'll wrap around into the valley we need to be in. Not too far really to this one. I think it's about 3 miles from the car park to the top. So there's a little cairn there marking the way. Be careful not to miss it, as I've just missed it, to retrace my steps. Now that's the path heading up to Tarn Crag, not this one, which is obviously more prominent. So we're heading up this way. So the path climbs very steeply up the side of these crags, but I'm just looking across there. That's Gibson's Knot there the other day. This should have been part of that circular. That's Helm Crag. You can see the valley we've climbed up. So we're going up here. Stands up there, sat watching, waiting for us. That's a great view of Eastdale Tarn. We're still heading up. The path climbs again, keeps going. Path that keeps giving, eh? So there we have it. There's a first view of Tarn Crag in all its glory. So I'm at the underside of the top of Tarn Crag. Just going to skirt round the back, climb to the top. Been very steep the last half mile or so. So here we are at the top of Tarn Crag. Wow. So this is that other cairn I could see, much lower than the top. You got a view of Grasmere, you can see Windermere, and I'm just dropping down here, and there you go. That's Eastdale Tarn. I suspect this is why they call it Tarn Crag. So we're retracing our steps now down the steep fell side. I'm not really going to deviate much. Head straight back to the car. I've got about an hour and a half of daylight, so should be plenty of time. Actually, that's quite a good shot as I'm descending off the top here. You can see the footpath weaving through the moor top, fell top, over to the crags. I think it's Great End Crag over there, and you drop down the side of the crag. Hi, so welcome to my Wainwright challenge. I'm reviewing 3 short walks today. On Tuesday I got here quite late, came up to Keswick for a few days. So when I arrived, I immediately jumped in the car and I went over to Winlatter to walk what I call Route 24A, and when I did Route 24 I ran out of daylight, so I didn't actually get up Whinlatter. I parked at the visitors centre, which was free parking, and immediately set off up a fire track, if you like, a big forest track which meandered through the forest. Really took the gradient well. You made your height quite quickly through this forest track. Eventually the track ended at a wall where you turn right, and you very, very steeply followed the wall up until the moor top. Once you got onto the moor top, effectively you follow the ridge line, and you came to Whinlatter Top. Now Whinlatter Top is 525 metres. Now I carried on to Brown How, which is 517 metres. There's various ups and downs to get there, a bit boggy in places, proper like moor top if you like. But I believe Brown How is the official top of Whinlatter. It's a very, very quick evening walk. I didn't have very much daylight left. It was 3.5 miles, 833 feet of climbing, and I was back at the car in 1 hour and 15 minutes. I didn't hang around. So this morning I did route number 22, which was Loughrigg. Now Loughrigg stands on its own, just outside Grasmere, so it's one that I felt I had to do on its own. There's a car park at the bottom, which is £2 per hour with a public toilet. Great walk, extremely popular. You know, there's maps in the car park showing you various routes. The tracks are very well trodden, and there's lots of people about. I decided to go clockwise round the route I chose rather than anti-clockwise, and I'm pleased I did, because basically the route back was extremely steep coming down, so I think it was probably as well I went that way around. So I went up to Rydale Cave, which is shown as a disused quarry on the map. Now this is a short walk, but it really packs a punch. There's 2 or 3 sections on it which are very short but very steep, boggy in places, and craggy in places. Absolutely fabulous views from the trig point at the top. Absolutely stunning. You look over Grasmere and along to Windermere and Rydale Town. Great walk. 3.5 miles. There was 962 feet of ascent, and it took us 2 hours. I had friends with me on this walk. I had Cole, Pauline and Carrie. Unfortunately Colin Pauline's dog was struggling, so Pauline and Carrie took the dog back to the car. So this afternoon I then walked route number 19B. So when I walked route 19 a couple of days ago, I inadvertently missed out one of the Wainwrights had intended to climb, Tarn Crag. I parked in Grasmere car park again, which was chargeable, and it's Thursday the 27th of January. I have to say the path out of Grasmere was really well walked, easy to find, a great path all the way up to the huge waterfall that you saw. Really good track. After the waterfall the track becomes faint because I go off the main route. Effectively the main route takes you to Easdale Town, whereas we're going up Tarn Crag, so you've got to follow much less walk paths, and at this point it does start to get steep, and it doesn't let off really all the way to the top, so it's very steep, quite boggy in places, very craggy, and the paths is very indistinct. But all the way up you're getting wonderful views. So you're looking across at Helm Crag and Gibson's Knot, where I walked the other day. As you get higher up you can see further up to Calf Crag and indeed the Langdale Pikes. It's just stunning really, the view. I can see why they call it Tarn Crag. Once I got to the top I could see another cairn a bit further down, so I walked to the cairn, which is absolutely fabulous viewpoint. So you're looking over Easdale Tarn, you can see across to Windermere, you can see down to Grasmere and all the various tops. Absolutely stunning short walk. It was 6.5 miles. There was 1,684 feet of climbing, and it took me 2 hours 45 minutes from the car and back again.